सार सार परमं आद्यां जगत् व्यापिनी वीणा पुस्तक धारिणी भयदां जड्यन्धकारापहम् हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां विदधतीं पद्मासने संस्थिता। खुला है, ठीक है। वंदे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदाम् येन अक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वराय कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। नत्वा सरस्वतीं देवीं शुद्धां पुण्यां करोम्यहम्। पाणिनीयप्रवेशाय लघुसिद्धान्तकौमुदी। हे ओम हाय औच हायवरत लन यमनम जवयो घड़दश जबगरदश खपशततशततौ शशसर कपयो शशसर हल इति माहेश्वराणि सूत्राणि। So you have worked for. So you memorized something?
Yeah. I relic a I out Hayavarat Lan Jabaint no Gadadash Jaba Gadadash Kappa Chatata Chatatau Kapai Shashasar Har Iti Maheshwarani Sutrani.
Can you tell me these sutras we have done? Alantyam Adarsanam Lopa.
Alantyam Adarshanam Lopaha. Tasya Lopaha. And Adhi. I can't pronounce them. Adhi Chani.
Adirantena Sahita. Adirantena Sahita.
Adirantena
Sahita.
Sahita. And then yesterday we did Ukalo Arch because it's a long Una. And we actually did
Jarshudirg Plutah.
But we haven't finished that one.
Ukalo was Jarshudirg Plutah.
it's about the three types, the three length of the vowels.
No, I'm not asking about what sutra does. I'm asking just you should just pronounce it. Vokalos, Jaharshu Dirg Pulutah, Uchcheri Udattah, Nicheri Anudattah,
Ukalo ach harshya
Jaharshu
jarshu
Dirg
Dirga.
Pulutah,
dirga plutaha
Uchcheri Udattah,
uchchade dartaha
Nicheri Anudattah,
niche unudartaha
Samaharah Swaritah.
samaharaha swaritaha.
So this sutra Adiranten Sahita is for what?
It's for the vowels, the 9 vowels that we have. There is 3 lengths of them. Harsha is shortest, and Dirga is the middle, and Plut is the longest. Like, for example, it can be like 3 seconds, whereas the Harsha can be like 1 second. Guruji?
Adiranten Sahita for?
I don't. I know they're all the last letter is it. They're all the last letter is the it.
No, it is for constructing the Pratyahara. Adiranten Sahita Sutra is for constructing for
Pratyahara.
Pratyahara.
And Tasya Lopaha is the change of that one.
And what
The
about this
disappearance.
Ukalo Jarshtir Plutah? Ukalo Jarshtir Plutah Sutra.
Yeah, that's the one.
What this sutra does?
When pronouncing, you have to pronounce that way. One shorter than the other, like Harsha shorter than Dirga, and Dirga shorter than Plut.
Can you tell me what is this?
E-O.
No. Which length is this? Harsha, Dirgha?
Oh, okay. Ha. That's the Plut.
And what about this? And what
That's-
about this? What about this?
The
What
middle one.
about this?
The middle one is Harsha.
This is?
Harsha.
Okay. This
And
one?
that one is Dirga.
This is?
Harsha.
This is?
That is Dirga.
Okay.
That's one of my weakness that I have in pronouncing the Dirga and the Harsha.
Till now we have seen that this Ach Varna, or you say vowel,
Vowel.
is 9 types.
Yes.
Hmm?
R, E, O. That's what you mean?
This is 9 types. Now we'll see something else in some other sutra. In Samahara Swaritaha, yesterday we have seen that this Swarita will be having the properties for both. Property of Udatta and the property of Anudatta also.
Okay.
And this Swaritaha Swarita Sutra's commentary says Sa Navvidhopi, that which is 9 types of the vowel we are talking, that is 9 types of are there, 9 folds are there for that. Each individual will be 2 type itself. First we have seen that any vowel will be having 3 time or 3 lengths, harsh, dirgha and plupta. Later we have seen that it will have 3 types, individual will have 3 types, that is Uddatta, Anudatta and Swarita. Now it become 9 kind of.
But we haven't finished the Anudatta and Sarita.
See in your text, see in your notebook.
We did the time, but we were supposed to do that today.
Uddatta, Anudatta.
Huh.
Okay. It was like this. I'll take one example, okay? Here we can write like Uddatta. Here we can write Anudatta. Here we can write Swarita.
Swarita.
I am just taking an example of one vowel, that is A. Okay.
Yeah.
Or I can take the example of E also. That depends. Let's take an example of O. That is very. This is O. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is Dirg. O. And this is Plut one. Fine.
Yes.
Uddatta doesn't have any symbol. So if it is plain like this, it is Uddatta.
Okay.
When we talk about Anudatta, it will have some line, underline, like this. So it will have underline here. Got the point?
Yes.
Okay. It means it is Anudatta. If some Ach letter is having this kind of underline,
Yeah.
it means that is
Anudatta.
yeah. It's like this. Okay.
Yeah.
And now if you if you see any horizontal line, vertical line, this is horizontal one, this is.
Yes. Yes.
If you see any vertical line 90-degree, then it is Swarit. It is like this. See? Have you seen this?
Yes. In some chanting in Rudram.
So this is the symbol for Swarita, this one, and this is the symbol for Anudatta, and Uddatta is plain, no symbol is there.
Right. The first one.
The same thing we can write about E.
So Guruji, the Plut, the Swarita Plut
Yeah.
has that flute sign at the end, and it also has the one on top.
Which one?
The horizontal.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. No, the flute Swarita.
Flute Swarita.
Huh.
Yeah.
It has this Swarita sign like the
This
tree.
is Swarita sign, and this is Swarita sign, and this is flute sign.
Flute sign, huh? There is a little oh no, it's okay.
You can write it same for U also. This is this till this Samahar Swarita. Next sutra will tell something else also.
Okay.
These letters are written as per Okalos Harshdev Pluta Uchcheri Uddattah Nicheri Anudattah Samahara Swarita. Till this sutra we can write these letters like this. Now we'll come to next sutra. So have you noted it down?
Yeah.
Or shall I erase these?
Yeah.
Next sutra is coming here now.
This was what sutra number? This one was sutra number
Which one?
1129.
No, that is written in your book. Which one you are talking about?
This Swarita one.
Samahara Swaritah. 1131.
1131.
1231, sorry. 1231. Chapter 1, second pada and 31 sutra number. So next sutra is Mukh Nasiko Vachno Nunasikaha. Mukh Nasika Vachno Nunasikaha. Mukh Nasika Vachno Nunasikaha.
Mukhanasika
Vachno Nunasikaha. Chant it. Mukh Nasika. Mukhanasika Vachno Anunasikaha.
Vachano Anunasikaha. Mukhanasika Vachano Anunasikaha. Mukhanasika Vachana Anunasikaha. I told you, did I say that?
Yeah. I'm writing it down.
Now this is Sutra number 118, right?
Yes, 118. Narayan.
No.
There are two padas in this sutra. One is this is one pada and another one is Anunasikaha. There are two padas in this sutra. Both are from Prathama Ekvachan. This is a Prathama Ekvachan. This is also Prathama Ekvachan. The sound pronounced by the nose along with mouth is termed as Anunasikaha.
Okay.
The sound pronounced by the nose, the sound pronounced by the nose along with mouth
is called Anunasika.
Yeah, it's called Anunasika. Anunasika, I am just writing purposely. I'm writing. Let's write it in.
No, I like the Hindi, the Sanskrit, the Devanagari too. Yeah, that's how I write mine, Guruji. I try to write many words in Sanskrit as possible, but then beside it I put the meaning. So when I'm reading, I can know the meaning, but I can be familiar with the word.
Your written?
Yeah, we finished
Okay.
long time. Sorry, Guruji.
Here, let's go to the commentary or vritti of this sutra. मुख सहित नासिकयो उच्चार्यमाणो मुख सहित नासिकयो उच्चार्यमाणो वर्णो अनुनासिक संजह स्यात्. The same thing.
This is the vritti in the bottom here.
Come to next page. These are the footnotes. Okay. These are the
Yeah.
footnotes. See, let me tell you, there would be few things in this Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi. One that is in bold, that is called sutra.
Yes.
Don't close this actually, you should open this. One that is written in bold, that is sutra.
Yes.
One that is written below that sutra is commentary or a vritti. Got the point?
Yes.
So that is vritti. And one which is written in front of the sutra, the number 111 or something 112.
Yeah.
That is the same number which exists in the same sequence in Ashtadhyayi. Okay?
That's the sutra number.
This sutra first, like it is written 119, then first this one is the chapter over there and one is the pada and ninth is the sutra number there. And one thing which is written in a bracket in any sutra, see this Tulyasya Prayatam Savarnam Sutra, something written in the bracket. Something is in the bracket. Can you see that?
Yes, yes.
That is the Vartik.
What's a Vartik?
Vartik.
Oh, that's the other person.
That person is Vararuchi.
Uh-huh.
Vararuchi. Katyayan or Vararuchi. That is the Vartik. Once it will come, I'll give you the definition also of the Vartik. And the things which are written below here, these are the footnotes.
All these are footnotes?
Footnotes. There is a line now, after this line, all the things written below are footnotes.
Yeah.
Got the point?
Yes.
This is the flow of this Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi. And the top of the Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi, here it is written as the name of book, Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudyam. And here it is written as Sanya Prakaranam, whatever chapters we are discussing or we are studying.
This is a chapter here?
These are the chapters' name.
Oh.
The right hand side. Okay. This is the flow of this book.
So this is the title of the chapter that we are
Title of the chapter, the name of the chapter. That is called Prakaran here. Prakaran. So I'll
Which
give you
part
the
of
definition of Prakaran also later.
Which part of this word is chapter?
Pardon?
This is a word, it has
Sanja.
Sanja is
Sanja Prakaranam.
So
Prakaranam you can say chapter. Although
Prakaranam is chapter.
definition is something different. But for now you can understand it as chapter. Sanja is the name of the chapter. Okay.
Good.
That's the
Thank
flow.
you. And
So-
Guruji, can you write vritti in Sanskrit for me?
Yeah, I'm just writing it here.
Vritti.
What?
Vritti.
You have written, no?
I got it. Thank you, Guruji.
Okay, now I am going to the vritti of this sutra, commentary also you can say. Mukha sahit nasikayo charyamano varno anunasika sanjasya. That's what I have told you. The sound which is pronounced by the nose along with the mouth is termed as anunasika.
Yeah.
That's what is written in the first line of this sutra. The commentary's first line is the sound which is pronounced by the nose along with the mouth
Yes.
is termed as anunasiko. Now what he is trying to say is yeah, there is one thing left in the previous sutra, that we have written these things as with the 9 different variations of the vowels.
Yes.
Okay, we have created the combination Harshva, Dirgha, Pluta, Uddatta, Anudatta, Swarita.
Yeah.
9 combinations for each vowel.
Yes.
So in Samahara Swaritaha, one thing also he told that these 9 combination will be further having 2 different types. One is Anunasika and second is Ananunasika. One is, here it is written na sa navavidho api, sa that all 9 types will also have, individual will also have 2 different types also. One is Anunasika, and Anunasika you already know now. Anunasika. Further, you will have 2 more types of these 9 individuals, and I'll prepare the table also for this, so you don't need to worry about that. So here, now in the Vritti Upnek Sutra, this Mukhanasika Vasananunasika, it is written that Taditham. Can you see that now?
Taditham.
Yeah, itham means in this manner.
But I don't see it, Guruji.
It's on page 1616. Yeah, not in the previous page of this. Yeah. Can you see the left portion? The second line of the sutra. To first line Taditham.
Taditam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taditham means in this manner. Tat means which indicates the result of previous 5 sutras. Tat means the result of previous 5 sutra. Itham means in this manner. A, I, U, Ri. Esham. These A, I, U, Ri letters are, these A, I, U, Ri letters are individually, each letter is 18 types. Each letter will have 18 types.
These 4 letters here.
A, I, U and Ri. Yeah. These 4 letters individual means each letter A, I, U, Ri will be having 18 types. There are 18 types for each letter A, I, U, Ri. Okay. How 18? I'll tell you. How they will become 18, that I'll tell you. Okay, so don't need to worry about it. Lri Varnasya means this Lri. Lri is also there in Achana.
Yes.
So this Lri Varnasya Dwadash means 12th type. 12 type.
Okay.
This Lri is 12 type.
Okay.
Why? Tasya dirgha bhavat, because it doesn't have a dirgha.
Oh,
Lri doesn't have the dirgha. Lri doesn't have dirgha. Lri can't be dirgha. Lri can be harsh. Lri can be plut, but it can never be dirgha.
Oh, so that one is.
So 6 has elated now. So
Yes,
so it is 12.
12.
12 only. That's what. The same thing will happen for Echamapi. Echamapi, H pratyahara. What comes in H pratyahara? A and O. Echamapi. Echam is written like this. H. Can you see this?
The same
EH?
you said will happen in H pratyahara. Where did you find
H
that?
pratyahara.
Where did you find that?
You don't know H pratyahara? A O I O. H pratyahara you can't construct.
That's the
Can
vowel.
you construct this H pratyahara? No? You are not
Yes,
able to construct?
it's from A to Cha.
Yeah. Tell me how many letters are there?
A, I,
A,
no, A, ow,
O.
O, and I, O. Ow.
I, O. Means 4 letters.
Huh.
4 vowels are there in H pratyahara. So these 4 also will be 12 types.
Okay.
That's what's written here. Because they also have Harshva Bhava. They have Harshva Bhava. This A, O, these A, O, I, O can be Dirgh, can be Plut, but can't be Harsh.
But where do you find it in this book? I didn't see H anywhere.
See, it is written, Echam api dvadas tesham Harshva Bhava. The last line of the commentary of this sutra.
Yes, you get
Echam api,
Eshamapi.
Echam api, H also. Echam api means H also. Echam api means H also.
You mean this word here? Esham?
I am writing here.
Oh,
It is written there.
Echam. Echam.
It is like this.
Echamapi.
Echam means these H. These H means
Yeah.
A, O, I, O. Api means also. Got the point?
Yeah.
These will be also 12 types. These alphabets also be 12 types. Why? The Ri was having a lack of Dirgha, and these H will be having a lack of Harshva.
Harsha.
That's what this sutra is saying. Now, as per this sutra, we can make a table where you will understand the thing properly.
Okay. Guruji, one clarification.
Yeah.
We are still doing sutra number 118.
Yeah. 118, yeah, tell me.
We are still on that sutra. We haven't changed yet.
No, we are on that sutra only. This is the commentary for that sutra, no?
Yeah.
This 118 is commentary, this is actually. So now we can construct a table here.
Okay.
For that commentary, I have to wait. First, I will be dividing these on the basis of the time Harsha, Dirgha and Plut. See.
Okay. Harsha Medaha. Right?
Bhedaha.
Medha.
Bha.
Bha. Okay. Medha. Medaha. And then Dirgha. Bedaha. root. Vedaha. Uh-huh. One, two, three, four, five.
See carefully, write carefully. There is a difference between these two. Can you see here?
Yeah.
Where are you actually?
I was right.
No, you should at least synchronize with me, no?
Yeah.
You should synchronize.
Udata no nasika. Udata no nasika. Udata nanunasika. Nanunasika.
This should be in your mind like me.
It's gonna be good, Jay.
Have you written it?
Oh, now I'm writing. Da, ta, nan, na, si, ka, anu, the third one, it's anu,
Yes. Anudatta
anu,
anunasikah.
anu, da, ta, na, si, ka. So the first is udatta, and the others are, the other two is anu, right? Anu, da. Gurji, your head is in the way.
Okay, now you can see.
Anu, da, da. Anudatta, ta, na, no, na, si, ka. And then the other one is swa, swarita, anu, na, sika, kaha. And then swarita, swarita, na, no, na, si, kaha. Yes, Guruji. More you gotta write. I'll take a picture. We finished class. You gonna erase it?
You just take a picture. I'll ask some homework for you.
But I have to take the video off. I have to take the tape off, the recording. If I
It's up to you. I am giving you some homework also.
okay.
See, we have studied in the sutra that, and we have created it as per the sutra only. You know that commentary of that sutra. In the commentary of sutra, it is written there that this lri will be having abhava, means a lack of dirgha. Lri is not having a dirgha. That's what I have not mentioned lri here. See, have I mentioned lri here in dirgha?
No.
No. And these echamapi means a, o, I, o will not be having harsha. So I have not written these four letters in harsha. Can you see? I have not written these four letters. This I have not written here because the commentary of sutra says what? Echamapi.
Yeah.
Echamapi harshva bhavat.
Yes. Echamapi drishya
Dwadash.
12. Tesham. Dwadash is 12. Dwadash 12. Tesham harswa bya bachat. Bachat. Is that right?
So now you have to prepare this one. You don't need to see here and you have to prepare, or you have to just chant or pronounce it like without seeing. Can you pronounce it without seeing? Like this. Is uddatta anunasika. Is uddatta anunasika. Is anudatta anunasika. Is अनुदात्त अन अनुनासिक. A is स्वरित अनुनासिक. A is स्वरित an अनुनासिक. Then if I ask you what about the A, then you should say that A will be having a lack of harsho, then it will come only in dirgha and pluta. Then I should call it A dirgha उदात्त अनुनासिक. A dirgha उदात्त an अनुनासिक. A dirgha अनुदात्त अनुनासिक. A दीर्घ अनुदात्त अन अनुनासिक. A दीर्घ स्वरित अनुनासिक. A दीर्घ स्वरित अन अनुनासिक. If I ask you about ri, ri means ri is harsh abhavat. Ri is harsh abhavat. Means ri won't be in harsho. It will be available where?
In Pluto.
Yeah. No. Ri will be dirgha bhavat. Ri is not written here. Ri will be dirgha bhavat.
Bhavat means it's not.
Abhav means lack of.
Lack.
Abhav means lack.
But you don't have re there.
Abhav.
You don't have re.
Abhav means lack. You should remember like this. Like I have chanted, na. So you should prepare this one by your own self. Without seeing this one.
No.
Otherwise, will directly copy here, because whatever written is here, the same will be written here, same will be written here. But you should not see this one, and you should write this and this also. This is the homework for you. You should think the combination, how this combination is created.
You chanted a thing. You said H.
H means A O I O. 4 letters. H means A O I O.
So when you start the chant, you say H. You were talking about the 4 letters.
4 letters.
Okay. At the same time, you were talking about the 4 letters.
4 letters.
Okay. So for the dirgha, what we're gonna say for that one, instead of H, it's H2. But no, it's not H. It's Ach.
So this is your homework.
Ik.
Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti